27th of Morning Star. I went to Dragonsreach as soon as I could, waiting only until a barely respectable hour of the morning. As I'd hoped, the jarl was already awake and was conferring with his housecarl and steward. Good morning, Jarl Balgruuf.
Hey there.
You are a welcome guest, but you must still respect the rules of the jarl's household.
Of course.
Good to see you.
And you?
It's good to see you again.
Look, when I informed him of the danger, he asked me to find proof. Balgruuf. There is a vampire who has infiltrated your court.
That's quite a bold claim. I'd need proof before I could possibly accept it.
Although it was frustrating for me, I had to admire Balgruuf for wanting to know a man was guilty before taking action against him.
And assassins to send against
May the gods watch
You
over
are
your
right,
battle,
Yvelda, and I am here to stop one of them. It was still too early for anyone to be at the breakfast, so I could not confront this advisor in person. The jarl gave me leave to search around the keep for any clues. I spent several hours searching within Dragonsreach. I checked at the inn to see if he was a guest there.
If you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
And even asked at the noble houses within the city to see if any of them were hosting a visitor. I had no luck whatsoever, so I headed back to the keep. By that time it was midday, and everyone at court was gathered around the jarl's table for a meal. Sure enough, there was a suspicious-looking man there I had not seen before. And who are you? You look like a shady character, don't you? Let's just go find out.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Hello? Who are you?
Need something?
He refused to speak to me, and I finally decided that my
Yes?
only course of action was to see if he had any evidence on his person. Despite my resolution never to use my thieving or assassination skills ever again, I was finding myself having to rely on them for this dawn guard business. Strange that. Let's read this letter. Perhaps fate had a hand in all of this. Infiltration orders. Sojourn a while in Whiterun, infiltrate the court, guide the jarl towards our interests, invite him or a member of his court into the family, direct those sharing the bloodthirst. Aha. See? He's going to try to turn them all into vampires. I pickpocketed a letter from the vampire that proved his guilt, showed it to the jarl, and was given leave to execute him. My jarl.
Good to see you.
And you. I have found evidence here. Look at this letter.
Well, I trust you'll take care of this unwanted visitor. My guards will not interfere with you carrying out my justice.
Very good. Thank you, Jarl.
Farewell, kinsman.
Not wanting to create a nightmarish scene during lunch, or in front of all the Jarl's children, I waited there in the Great Hall. I was not taking my eyes off my target until he was good and dead. Well, I think this is about as clear as it's going to get in here, so let's just take care of business. One less fiend to worry about. Once the deed was done, I hurried from the city and got on the road. It had taken much longer than I expected, and I wanted to get to Scrn today, if at all possible. I rode hard and arrived at the castle docks by late afternoon. Scrn! By Mara's mercy, Scrn was still waiting for me.
I'm ready if you are.
Aye, she told me about a secret side entrance. So we snuck around the side of the castle and found our way inside. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for waiting. Come on, let's go find this secret entrance, eh?
Come on, it's just around the side. The castle looks so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well, even bigger.
It is a very impressive home, Sarana. Over here? Oh. I see. What is this, like a dock over here? Looks like nobody's been taking care of the ships.
Yes? What did you need?
What is this place exactly, Sarana?
An old jetty where boats would bring supplies to the castle. Once we moved in, it never got used, along with the rest of the Undercroft. We'll need to watch our steps inside. Alright then.
Alright. Well, let's get inside first, huh? Sounds like we have some skeletons to deal with first.
Who's there?
Yeah, get them, Sarana. Try to reach the archer. Arrows are so weak. Where is that one coming from? Good shot, Sarana. Ouch, damn it. Here we go, get him. Alright, I think we got them all cleared out, so let's see if we can find our way inside now, huh? I think there is a door over here. Ah, here we go. Come on, Sarana. Well, now we are inside. Oh, I hope your father can't
Yes? What did you need?
find us.
So far, this hasn't been too bad.
No, it hasn't, has it? So do you know this place very well? Did you spend a lot of time down here?
I like to explore. My parents almost never let me off the island, so yeah, I poked around down here a lot. It was a little quieter back then. Guess a little vampire girl was enough to scare off the rats.
Actually, it sounds pretty lonely, Sarana. Just you and the rats?
It was. But I got used to it.
Were you and your mother very close?
Before my father became obsessed with a prophecy, my mother and I spent quite a bit of time together. She was very fond of our alchemical garden in the castle courtyard. She taught me quite a bit about cultivating quality regions.
So you and your mother got along well? Did you always get along?
Like the best of friends. I would never hesitate to share anything with her.
Wow. That must have been nice. But, then it all changed, huh?
It was very sudden. It was almost like one day we were a normal family, and then the next, I didn't know who they were. I'd try to visit my mother in the garden, and she'd quickly shoo me away, saying she was much too busy.
That must have, hurt your feelings. Or been confusing. So we are headed to this garden?
She had to be up to something in that garden. I'm hoping it's a clue that will tell us where she went.
You know, you talk about being lonely a lot, Serana.
Well, growing up the way I did, you get used to it.
I guess, but... You know, your parents certainly didn't make it easy on you.
No, they didn't. That's why I like being out here with you.
Oh.
But what about you?
I like being with you too, Serana. But, I mean, do I get lonely?
Yeah. Is it just you, or do you have people in your life?
Well... To be honest, after what I've been through, I try not to rely on others. It hasn't been easy for me either.
Does it bother you that I'm here?
No, actually, not at all. I'm very glad that you're with me.
Me too. Anyway, this is all very touching, but don't we have some more important things to worry about right now?
You're right. Alright, let's get on with it then.
This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door.
Alright. It was clear that this entire section had not been used for, well, perhaps centuries. Here we go, Serana. Much of it lay in ruins. I wonder if your mother
is
our
here.
dismay, so too was
Right
the
behind
garden
this
courtyard
door.
where Serana had hoped to find her mother.
We've made it to the courtyard. Oh no.
It looks pretty empty.
What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead into the castle's great hall. Looks like my father had it sealed up.
It
I
appeared
used to
that
walk through
Harkon
here
had
after
flown
the
into a
meetings.
rage after
Those
the
beautiful
disappearance
ones.
of his wife. I'm sorry, Serana. And he destroyed everything that reminded
So
him of
far,
her.
This hasn't been too bad.
You know,
I'm ready if you are.
come on, let's look around for clues, huh? Maybe we can figure out what happened.
This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years?
No,
She would have hated to see it like
I
this.
can only imagine, though.
Wait.
Hey, what is this? While exploring the courtyard, I found something shining among the wild plants that had overtaken the garden beds. It turned out to be a piece of the moon dial that occupied the center of the courtyard. Hey, Serana, look at this that I found.
Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something.
Well, you know,
I'm telling you, there's something strange with the moon dial.
well, what is so special about this moon dial anyway, huh?
Well, as far as I'm aware, it's the only one in existence.
Really?
The previous owners of the castle had a sundial in the courtyard, and obviously that didn't appeal to my mother. She persuaded an elven artisan to make some improvements. You can see the plates that show the phases of the moons, Maser and Secunda.
Well, does it actually work?
That's the thing. What's the point of a moon dial? I always wondered why she didn't just have the whole thing ripped out. But she loved it. I don't know. I guess it's like having a piece of art, if you're into that sort of
Well,
thing.
It is pretty neat, actually. But, look, you say there's something wrong with it, and what exactly do you want me to do with it?
Hard to say. Maybe if we found the missing crests, we could figure it out.
Like this one. Look, I found this one in the garden. But, wow, this courtyard is really a mess. What do you think happened to it?
If I had to guess, I'd say the moment Mother fled the castle, Father went on a rampage. Knowing him, anything at all that reminded him of her was just destroyed.
Yeah, probably. And then he just walled it off after that, eh?
It appears that way. I suppose he wanted to put the past behind him. Perhaps if he had spent more time with us, he would have recognized the beauty for himself.
Right.
Look around for the missing crests. Even in this mess, they should stick out.
Good idea. Upon further investigation, we discovered that 3 pieces were missing. Oh, here's one. Serana felt that could mean something. She thought the moon dial held some significance, although she did not know what. Here's another piece, Serana. You think these fit in here somewhere? Let's see, where are they missing from? Maybe here? Ah. Right, okay. I think I have to find more pieces though. Does one of them fit here? Look, there we go. Ah, and there's one. So we just need to find one more. We have to find the one that belongs, not there, here, right here, this one.
If we had the crests, we wouldn't have to keep hanging around this lovely place.
Aye. Perhaps you could help me look for them, Serana. That would go faster. Ah, here we go. We found the other pieces, restored them to their proper position, and sure enough, the repaired moon dial began to turn and revealed a set of steps leading down into the ground. Huh, would you look at that?
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins.
Right, well,
Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go.
aye.
What now?
I think that's exactly where we need to go.
I'm right behind you.
Okay. Here we go.